I'm sure we can all agree that Stardew Valley is the gift that keeps on giving, even all these years after its release back in 2016. But after all of said years, I can't be the only one that likes to spice up my playthroughs a little. Now, there's a mod for pretty much everything out there: quality of life, aesthetic, expansion packs like Stardew Valley Expanded, for example, and then there's whatever I'm about to show you. So grab a cup of tea, sit the heck down, and brace yourself for my lovingly curated list of cursed Stardew mods. All of the mods mentioned here have been found on Nexus Mods, and I'll link them below if for some reason you want to check them out further. Little disclaimer, I've not tested these mods myself, so proceed at your own risk. They are scanned by Nexus Mods though, so all should be okay in theory. First up on the list is Marriageable Wumpus. You sick of Penny? Shane driving you nuts? Then this one could be a candidate for you. So when I first put this on my list, I don't think we had one of these words, specifically this one. I have been sitting on this video for a little while, but I guess that makes it more cursed, so we're gonna leave it in. This is Marriageable Milkable Wumpus. It's made by Sai the Great One, created by Sai, who I presume is the same person. And its original upload was it? But this has been, okay. I think when I found this, it was the non-milk version. So this is a build-on of one that existed long before April 2026. But anyway, praise be to Wumpus, fully marriageable NPC. No heart events, just vibes. Attends the flower festival, but no other festivals. Likes hot pepper, in honor of spicy crocus, which we will get onto in a minute. And pizza. Default saloon music will be the Star Wars Cantina music. You can turn it off in the config. If you have betas installed, you can now milk Wumpus by interacting with a milk pail. Thank you, Chocolate12, for inspiring this horror and help. Chocolate, just like a big no AI thing out, which is brilliant and I love to see it. Here's some images of Wumpus. There's like, is this a cuddle, a domestic bliss? Adorable. There's Wumpus at the flower dance, gorgy, and there's a wedding ceremonial, a little close-up portrait. Wumpus is of course a movie that you can find in the Stardew Valley Theatre, and there's a couple of items in the game that do reference Wumpus, but yeah, that's where they're from if you're wondering. Sure, Krobus is a babe, but ever wish they were a bit spicier? Here's Spicy Krobus. As referenced in the last Wumpus one, this is Spicy Krobus, and this has been made by Dolphin. Dolphin is not a fish, which is a wonderful. Oh, it's uploaded by Dolphin is not a fish, but it was created by the Spicy Krobus Council, so it's official business. It's official business. It's very spicy. You can choose between 3 spicy portraits. I think my favorite is this first one, but they're all gorgeous. A sentient pepper walking free. This is outrageous. So I feel like Krobus has been kind of replaced by a chili. You started nibbling on me during the night and mumbling about it burns, I hope it burns. What did you mean by, okay. So you can nibble on Krobus apparently. Let's have a read. By popular demand, Krobus is now a giant sentient chili pepper. Features: visual upgrade that glows with heat. Dialogue rework with spicy, also there is some spice. There is spice in more ways than one. These are the users that make up the Spicy Krobus Council. We've got Fawzy, Claude, Lemon Winner, and Dolphin is not a fish. So shout out to these guys. I'll be really interested to know what kind of things Krobus says. Maybe we should give this one a go. And let me know if you give it a go. Fed up with things that make sense? Need more whimsy in your farming life? Introducing Everyone is Sandy, but Alex is Josh, and we talk like a pirate on March 19. Everyone is Sandy, but Alex is Josh, and we talk like a pirate on Full 19. That's this one. So, made by Mushy Mato. Did you ever want everyone to be Sandy, except Alex, who is Josh, and we talk like a pirate on Full 19? Now you can. So, everyone is Sandy. So, Sandy is a fashion icon of the valley. Everyone should be Sandy. Fair. But Alex is Josh. Alex is embroiled in a property ownership dispute right now and had to change his name back to Josh so that he won't get convicted out of Josh House. Just as a side note, Alex's original name in Stardew Valley was Josh, just for a little bit of context. And we talk like a pirate on 419. 419 is the Ferngill National Talk Like a Pirate Day, so that's when we will talk like a pirate, apparently. I remember when Facebook used to have that. Back in the olden days, you could set your language to pirate. I did that for a whole 5 minutes before it got a bit wearing. So here's everybody as Sandy, apart from, I guess, us as the player, and then we've got Josh / Alex there, and then Sandy. I wonder, I'm guessing all of the Sandys like Sandy things? I don't know. But does each Sandy have a different like and dislike? I've got so many questions. Avast ye. Hi, beautiful day, isn't it? And they're all pirate Sandy. So basically, what more could you want? Let's be real. Fed up with looking at sad old Evelyn? Thinks she needs an insta-baddie makeover? Well, here's Evelyn Has Big Lips. Evelyn Has Big Lips. By Angel Whatever. Ever wanted Evelyn with big lips? No? Well, here you go. Evelyn now has big lips that can be seen on her portrait and sprite. But when it's winter, her lips turn ice blue. Ice cold blue. I think that's very realistic and I enjoy that. This mod is my first mod and I saw a joke mod that changes Evelyn's sprite and portrait to give her big red lips. However, they turn blue when it's winter because it's too cold. We need to make the most cursed Stardew save file ever. But this is Evelyn with luscious lips. And I guess that's all of her sprites. And then this is sad, cold winter Evelyn. You are welcome. I feel like I need this one. Obviously, we all hate Mayor Lewis, so let's send him down to the sewers. Sorry, Krobus. This one's Sewer Lewis. Here we have Sewer Lewis, and this one's by Star Kettle. So basically, Lewis lives in the sewer now. Basically, I reskin a Krobus to make him look like Lewis. Can be used with my other mod, Mayor Krobus. Oh, so we can have Mayor Krobus and Sewer Lewis. I love it, yes. Note, this does not change his name, birthday, or any dialogue. However, if you want those changes, you can use the Ultimate Villager Manager, okay, by Apollyon SV, and then change the config as described below. So there is a way to do it. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the pictures of Lewis in the sewer. I feel like that's really important business. I'm Lewis. Sorry, I don't know why that was the funny bit. Merchant of rare and exotic goods. Oh, cute. Look. So we got like the gold Krobus. Oh, we got Lewis hiding out in the cinema. Sewer Lewis. Need a little bit more get out my swamp in the valley? We all do. Why not turn Shane into Shrek? So basically, if you really like hate Shane, but you love Shrek, how gesund has your back? Turns the least dateable guy into the most dateable guy. Why would Shrek be in Pelican Town? Here's some lore. Shane drank too much and had to be airlifted to Zuzu City State Hospital where he perished. Meanwhile, Shrek shows up at Marnie's ranch. He is mistaken for Shane due to his smell, and the people of Stardew Valley pretend Shane gained some weight and turned green, because both Shane and Shrek have essentially the same personality. This was not very hard. I love the context. It's making sense. I've got no questions, to be honest. Here's our pictures. Same, basically the same thing. There's Shrek working in Jojo Mart. Oh, you can't see on my screen, 1 minute. There's Shrek working in Jojo Mart. And then we've got this situation going on. And there's a little relatable moment here too. Beautiful. Cow milk, goat milk, oat milk, why not pig milk? Yay! Pigs can be milked too. Have you ever looked at a pig and thought, what if I milked that? Now you don't have to wonder. Grab your milk pail and discover the mysteries of pig milk. Thank you so much, Noah Glasser. I feel like you've brought some wonders to this world. Have you ever looked at your pigs in Stardew Valley and thought, what if? Well, want to know more? Pigs can be milked too answers the question that nobody asked, but everyone's going to try anyway. With this mod, your pigs can now be milked just like cows or goats. Indoors, of course, because pigs are shy. Use your trusty milk pail and approach a fully grown pig inside a barn to see what happens. If the conditions are right, you'll be rewarded with the right conditions. You'll be rewarded with a fresh bottle of pig milk, or even large pig milk, depending on your friendship level. You'll also be greeted with one of 10 random funny in-game messages to celebrate your questionable achievement. Cute. I was gonna say, I don't know if cute's the right word, but here's a little snapshot. Here's a little snapshot for you. Yes. This is the message. This is the little shy message. As we all know, I'm a big fan of cozy horror, and what's more cozy horror than Stardew Valley with jump scares? Jump scares may scare some people. This is random jump scares by Omega Link about this mod that jump scares you every once in a while. The jump scare images in this mod may scare some people. You can use this to troll your friends or something. Haha. The default chance for a jump scare to occur is 25% per in-game 10 minutes. You can change this. I don't think there's really any pictures apart from this one. So I don't know if they're going to be generic jump scare pictures, like classic scary maze game, or if they're going to be like all pixelaty Stardew themed. That's one for you to find out. Love tortillas? I sure do. Why not live the dream and turn your beloved spouse into a much better tortilla human hybrid version of themselves? Tortilla spouse portraits. This one is by ACC 9000. About this mod. This is what you wanted. I know you did. I mean, I kind of have always dreamt of this. The portraits can be found in the catalogue bought at Robin's. Hopefully compatible with other tortilla. Okay, there's other tortilla mods too. So these are the different. Acceptable fudge 9. There we go. Acceptable fudge 9000. These are the different tortillas. I mean, I'd like to know who's who. I don't know if they're like set to specific people or if you can just choose whichever one you want, because it said that they're available at Robin's. So you've got centered, off-centered, very off-centered, extremely off-centered, and very, very shy tortilla. What the heck is that tortilla? We've got cool, celebrity, royal, shaking, inspected, and flower. I suppose we can just replace whoever our just choose whichever one we feel captures our spouse's mood the best. I've just realised my screen's like covering loads of them. Sorry, here we go. There's the one that's not here at all. I'm sure you could have imagined that, but there it is. Lewis is already enough of a nightmare, but why not make him a tiny bit worse? Whether it's worse for him or you, that's up for debate. This one's Horror Lewis. Horror Lewis. This one is by Oroki Frogu, and I believe it's something to do with anime. I don't know anime, so it says here, a Behalit from Berserk manga anime is an egg-shaped artifact with facial features that move around that allows an individual to achieve their deepest desires in exchange for their humanity. This is a body horror mod of Lewis, which is what we've always wanted. Body horror often involves the grotesque transformation or distortion of the human body or the incorporation of unsettling biological elements. The idea of an egg-like object with facial features that exhibit movement can evoke feelings of discomfort and unease. I would agree. Especially if these features are exaggerated or unsettling in appearance. I really love Berserk, and when this random idea pops into my head, I just had to make it happen. It's something I needed for my playthrough, and I don't know how many of you will also like this, but it certainly adds some excitement to Lewis's character. So we've got 6 extremely creepy portraits, Lewis's boxers on his beach sprites. Okay, that's a bonus. He wears socks in the wintertime. Awesome. So should we look at some pictures? Let's see some pictures of Horror Lewis. Terrifying. So I'm guessing these are his portraits. Beautiful, gorge. This is his like egg self, but with the shorts on. Appreciate that lots. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And the vibes, on point vibes. This is not one that you'd expect to see, but I'm very glad that it exists. Train fans, this one's for you. Naturally, I'm sure you've always wished the Stardew Dwarves were Thomas the Tank Engine themed, and it's an honour to tell you that this dream can in fact be reality. You've never seen a tank engine before, have you? This is the Thomas the Tank Engine Dwarves mod, and this one's been created by Mady0. So, they say that all games deserve at least one Thomas the Tank Engine mod. Upon seeing Stardew had none, I had to do something. Turn your dwarves into Thomas the Tank Engine. Gorgeous, and I love it so much. They've said here there was one other one, but they didn't see it. But hey, I think bring in the first few. That's a prime position to have. Should we have a little look? So, we've got... It's gorgeous. It fits in so well. I can imagine that they could just travel around on the minecart bits in the valley. So that's pretty, I think they'd fit in pretty well. And there's a tank engine hammer, whatever that does. I think we should all go and find out immediately. You've ridden Pam bus. Now ride Pam's horse. Or Pam horse. Why not turn Pam into a horse? Thanks to Rats with Pants, which is the best name out there, now you can. Everyone knows the legend of Pam as a horse. Is this the other mod? Yes, this is the other Pam horse mod. I think I did look at TikTok that was all Pam, weird Pam mods, and this one was in there, so a classic. Just gonna drop this in here too. But now we've also got Pam as an actual horse rather than a horse that looks like Pam, if that makes sense. So... yeah, I guess it's just an aesthetic change, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Everyone knows the legend of Pam as a horse, but well, why should Pam get to stay as an NPC while also replacing the horse? With this mod, not only can Pam become your trusty horse, but your horse can become Pam. Penny is way happy this way, trust me. I asked. Okay, and they've made all of their assets awesome. stuff. Here's some pictures. Here's Pam Horse's little up close session. Hey kid, the name's Pam. What do you think you're doing? Angry Pam Horse. So there's grumpy Pam Horse, hat Pam Horse, scarf Pam Horse, Pam Horse. Beautiful. I love the Junimos. They're cute, squishy, and wholesome little chaps. Let's slay them. It's Slay the Junimos by the Duck Modder. Yay! The poor little guys. Did you ever try and slash a Junimo at the community centre only for it to fade away, making you realise that you couldn't slay them? Don't worry, the Duck's with you on this one. Legend has it that after vanishing, they go hiding into the mines, so just head down there and let them know that getting away was never an option. Just a simple content patch for a bit of fun. Also allows you to have a slime hutch full of Junimos. So basically what I'm getting is that it's going to be a slime reskin, so they look like Junimos? Question mark. But here's the nice little angry player swamped with the little chaps. So if you've ever been wronged by a Junimo, you know what to be doing this evening. Elliot haters, this one's for you. I feel like this one's very self-explanatory, but we've got Elliot is trash, also by Maddie Zero. Turns Elliot into a trash can. I feel like that's, very self-explanatory. The author here says that this mod is for all Elliot haters. It turns Elliot into a trash can. Before he was practically trash, now he is trash. So I feel like that could get some Stardew fans riled up. Let me know your thoughts on Elliot down in the comments below. He's not a character I've ever really spent that much time with. I've never been too bothered by Elliot, so I don't really know his story too well, even all these years later. I kind of just let him exist his own life, to be honest. Here's a couple of pictures. We've got Elliot in his cabin. Here he is, sitting near the desk. And then these are all the different bin vibed Elliots. I like the fishing one, that's my favourite. Love Mayo, but hate Lewis. A common conundrum. This one might make you feel a bit warmer towards him. Mayo Lewis. This one's been made by the French Dodo. This mod turns Mayor Lewis into Mayo Lewis. That's it. That's the mod. So yeah, that's what happens. If you've ever wanted Mayor Lewis to become Mayo Lewis, this one is definitely for you. Here's some images of it in all of its glory. We've got Good Morning, Mayo Lewis. We've got a little up close and personal image of Mayo Lewis, which is quite horrifying. We've got, I think that's our two pictures, but I think that's all that we need. That's all that we need to get a good idea of what's going down here. Love Mayo, but don't want to put it through dealing with Mayor Lewis. Keep it as a pet instead. Another one by the French Dodo. Don't you worry, there's so many different mayonnaise mods for Stardew Valley. This one is by the same person, but there are so many. They can't all be by the same person. I might have to do a deep dive on different Stardew Valley mayonnaise mods, so watch this space. But this one, you just get a pet mayonnaise jar. I think it's like a reskin of the cats/dogs in the game. But here we go. Yeah, you just got a mayonnaise jar in place of your pet. Again, pretty self-explanatory, but this is wonderful and no notes. Love jellyfish but hate Pierre. Fair. Here's a nice little combo to stop you flipping out every time you see his cheesy little face. Jellyfish Pierre is gonna haunt me for the rest of the week, so thank you to Mihao who created this delight. Again, it's another artwork replacement, just switching out Pierre's sprites and character pictures, but he's a jellyfish, so it's cool, and we needed to mention it. Did you ever want to turn Pierre into a jellyfish? Great, me neither, but I still made a sprite for him as a jellyfish for fun. Experience the joy of farming alongside Jellyfish Pierre. I would absolutely love to, Mihao. Again, I might have to add this one to my own game. Need some solid 10 out of 10 nightmares? As a Mr. Mime hater, I may or may not have jailed him before in Procopia, so this mod caught my attention. Here's Mr. Pam. Mr. Pam. This one's gonna make me not sleep tonight. Thank you so much, Daylona, who created this one. Pam is now Mr. Mime. I'm sorry. So yeah, it's just like a character swap. It's just swapping out Pam's sprite and character portrait for Mr. Mime, but very horrifying. No notes. We got Pam here as the little villager icon in your villager list, and then we've got full-on Mime Pam. Full-on Mr. Pam. Horrendous. Want to celebrate the world's greatest convention in your Stardew game? Of course you do. Of course, it's none other than Dashcon Bullpit Grandpa by Local Anomaly. Essentially, we're just replacing Grandpa's bed at the start of the game here with the Dashcon Bullpit. Grandpa's bed is replaced with the Dashcon Bullpit. Gross. If you're not aware of the lore of Dashcon, that's definitely something to do some research on. It was a Tumblr convention that happened, I believe, once. Just one-off, I can't remember, years ago, a very long time ago at the peak of Tumblr. And this bullpit was just, it's the meme that's just kept on giving, and it's been its legacy ever since. Some people say dogs look like their owners, but what about their houses? Well, now Pam can. Here's Pam Trailer. So Pam Trailer is just some aesthetic revamping of Pam's trailer. It terrifies me. It's giving Cyclops, a very angry Cyclops horror carnival. That's the vibes I get from Pam Trailer. So well done, Vigolacify? I'm gonna give up now, I'm sorry. For everyone who loves Pam so much they want her trailer to be her. Currently only tested on the English map. So it is definitely a beautiful monstrosity and it has definitely made me laugh. Here's all of the seasons of Pam Trailer for your enjoyment. You're welcome. Here's honestly an absolute gem. Ever wanted some Animal Crossing influence in the Valley? Obviously you have. So here it is in the worst way possible. Introducing Not You Again, the Animal Crossing inspired sea bass mod. So here's Not You Again. This one's been made by Tia Cool, and it's bringing the favourite fish of Animal Crossing players everywhere to Stardew Valley, now with more fish. This mod adds the most lovable and desired of fish from the Animal Crossing series, the sea bass, to Stardew. It's not worth very much, Willy hates it, and it only makes row in a fish pond, but hey, it looks cute in your fish tank. So here's a little up close and personal of the sea bass. The sea bass being plucked from the ocean, and when you pull it out into your inventory, it says the classic line, "It's more like a C+." I love it, and I hate it. What a wild ride. Which one was your favourite? Let me know in the comments, and also drop me any other weird and wonderful mods you've discovered for Stardew. They might even make it into the next one of these videos. Obviously, I'll credit you for your suggestions. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'll pop another video up here that I'm sure you'll like. If you enjoyed this one, please consider dropping a like on the video / subscribing down below, as it would really help me out. But anyway, I'll catch you again in the next one. Take care of yourself, and goodbye for now.